Good morning. Afternoon, I should say, by now. So, I want to talk about, as we go for a run, quickly 30 seconds, about, this is not a run, this is what we call in F3, either, you could call it a shuffle or a mosey. We have a lot of different terms, but yeah, some people call it walking. These are better words, though. Anyway, it's all exercise. So, I want to talk about the central dogma of court system. Because the central dogma, the underlying axiom of the court system, is that a case should be tried on its merits. So no matter what all the funny words that these funny lawyers say, and courts and statutes and cases from 1,000 years ago, a case should be tried on its merits. Now, there is no such thing as a case, right? There's a person. I mean, usually there's a body involved, a corpus. I like to use my Latin. So, when there's a corpus involved, assuming a live one, there's a person is going to be in court or represented, but the body is still at home or somewhere, and it should be tried on its merits. What does that mean? Some people would say that, well, that's due process, but it's not. It's before due process. It's before due process even starts, is that a case needs to be tried on its merits. So what would be an example of a case not being tried on its merits? It would be someone being found guilty for not showing up to court. Okay, that would be not on its merits. Because if, let's say, you had a court date and you didn't show up and you were found guilty, is that a case that was tried on its merits? Well, no, because the person could be 100% innocent. And what's the word merits mean? It means something related to the case, a scintilla of evidence. I mean, if we have nothing because the person didn't show up, you're going to say guilty as charged. Here's your penalties. Spend 10 years in prison. But Your Honor, I couldn't show up. I tried. I was halfway there, and I had a cramp in my leg. I fell. They took me to the hospital. I don't know. I was unconscious. Sir, it's inexcusable. You didn't show up. And it said on the petition, if you don't show up, the judge has the option not to continue the case and to find you guilty as charged. Well, what happened to the central dogma of a case should be tried on its merits? Well, you could go to appeal. I believe appeals attorneys cost approximately $30,000. Oh, and it takes 6 months to do. You could do it from behind bars. Are you starting to now understand the court system a little bit better? Because I'm giving you the noble zone, the reality. Do we have the best court system in America, in the world? I would say probably yes. Probably yes. But because we have the best court system in the world, it is filled with people that are smart. When I say the word smart, it doesn't mean they're good people. A lot are. But a lot aren't. Smart doesn't mean that you're out for justice and truth. And it doesn't mean the game has been set up for that. No. Because it's the same people that are running the game and making the rules. You see, rules and procedures in court are not laws. They're created after the laws. They're created as part of the court system, but they're not laws. Florida rules and procedures. New York rules and procedures. All these different states have rules and procedures. They're not all the same either. And they're very intricate. I mean, if you put in a motion, it could be denied and put into an error queue, and you might not even understand why. And you want to go pro se? I mean, you don't have to, by law, have a lawyer. But why do they say you should have a lawyer? It's not because they know so much about the law. No. It's because they know which button to click to make it an emergency motion, or otherwise just not a regular motion, and to keep it out of the error queue. You know what they are? You know why you need a lawyer? Because they understand the software system a little bit better than a regular person would. Because their software system is not made for the regular person to understand. You see, AI is making it very, very better. That's not a good sentence, but better for the average person to understand and find which cases would help them and procedures and all that stuff. But what the lawyers still have is a couple things. You see, they know the very intricate details to hose you up. They know that if you don't show up for court, they could win in a default if they say the right thing to the judge. What a way to win. Not on the merits of the case, because most cases, the first thing the lawyers want to do is get you not to show up, the opposing party, and for your client not to testify. The goal is for the client not to testify, for the other person not to show up, and for you to win by default. That's the best thing that could happen. That's number one thing. And they'll put in motions for continuance to get that to happen, or to gain